Football in tonight's Coca-Cola Cup quarter-final at Hampden between Celtic and Dundee United. Celtic haven't won a domestic trophy since the Scottish Cup in 1989. No one wants to end the long wait more than manager Tommy Burns. Dundee United don't care too much about Celtic's problems. They've been struggling to recapture their cup-winning form of last season. Did they do it tonight? Jock Brown was at the match.
After the five-man midfield experiment against Kilmarnock on Saturday, Celtic manager Tommy Burns reverts to a more familiar formation, with Simon Donnelly recalled to join Andy Walker in attack. Mike Galloway replaces Lee Martin at number 2, and Phil O'Donnell is missing because he was cup-tied with Motherwell. Mark McNally is the relieved young man, reprieved after his error which led to Kilmarnock's goal on Saturday, and that decision reflects his excellent overall early season form beside Tony Mowbray in central defence. No Christian Daly or Andy McLaren in that United squad, the result of hard disciplinary action taken by manager Ivan Golats. Dave Bowman is still unfit, but Brian Welsh is back after injury, and Paddy Connolly and Jared Nixon are preferred to Craig Brewster in attack. There's a return too for Billy McKinlay in midfield. He missed the weekend defeat at Tynecastle through suspension, just as he missed the cup final here against Rangers in May. So he has the incentive to produce the form which has earned him 4 Scotland caps to date. And the referee is a highly experienced official, Andrew Waddle from Edinburgh. So a cool, clear evening, perfect conditions as United start the match, trying to overcome a trend which has evolved over the years. They've only managed to beat Celtic once in the League Cup away from home since the League Cup began, and that was way back in 1980 in a second leg match which they won surprisingly at Celtic Park by 3 goals to 0. That apart, Celtic have held the upper hand all the time, and indeed they've enjoyed superb form in the League Cup, especially in home matches. Gordon Marshall's first catch. 24 home League Cup ties without defeat for Celtic before tonight. Andy Walker taking the ball for a run, followed by Ristic. Well, a very clumsy challenge that by Ristic, and one that was not at all relished by Andy Walker. This is Collins, and now Walker. Collins again. Peter Grant has Boyd on the touchline. Looking there for Walker, who perhaps hasn't fully recovered from the impact of that challenge from Ristic. Brian Welsh missed the weekend match against Hearts through injury. Restored now to the United defence to replace Christian Daly. Ivan Golats demanding a much better performance tonight. No headway there for Celtic on the right. Played forward by Malpass. Good covering play again by McNally. This is Petric. Cut off easily there by Mowbray, and Paul McStay takes over in midfield, linking with Collins. An error there by Collins, allowing the break on here for United. It's Alec Cleland. Well, chances don't come any better than that, especially early in a match. And relief, without question, here for John Collins, who made the error, allowing Cleland to exploit his pace through the middle. It was the finish which was lacking. Good challenge by Malpass. The tackling's very tough indeed. That was Mike Galloway. And the victim of that challenge was Paddy Connolly, who's looked very much in the mood in the early stages. Just back from injury. He failed to come out for the second half against Motherwell a couple of weeks ago. That was a tough one, all right. He had to twist his leg as he landed. Petric is up with Welsh for this one. And Billy McKinlay trying to surprise Gordon Marshall at the near post. He wasn't far away. The keeper scrambling across here, you'll see that. Really expecting the flighted cross. He would have been struggling, I suspect. Nixon's headed on. Galloway taking no chances there. And indeed, United will make a substitution. Connolly will not take any further part in the proceedings as soon as the referee sees the activity on the track. McAnally's throw. Cleland challenging. And Gordon Marshall getting the kind of protection which now appears to be routine for goalkeepers from the referees. Well, you see this ball flighted in by McInally. Alec Cleland goes up for the challenge. Didn't appear to be a lot in that, but the referee saw it as a foul. Well, the crowd is very quiet, and little wonder in view of the Celtic performance so far. They really haven't got going. That's a very bad knock sustained there. Paul McStay caught by McKinley. Peter Grant goes to remonstrate, and the referee shows the yellow card to McKinley. Well, he's an uncompromising tackler in midfield, McKinley, but developing a reputation for getting involved too frequently. He was late and high there. It was a bad tackle. Collins over the free kick. Trying to surprise Alan Main, I think. Did appear to be too far out for a direct shot at goal. Headed away by McNally. Well, Hannah gives that straight to Galloway. McInally. Good tackle there by Grant. This is McStay. He has Donnelly on the left. Walker coming from the right. Donnelly, good play. Now the first serious attempt on goal for Celtic from young Simon Donnelly. Good breakout from midfield there by Paul McStay. Donnelly found space for himself extremely well coming inside. That's good goalkeeping though. The United defence closing in very carefully. Ali's back pass. Neat play there by Mike Galloway. Stepping away from McInally. Malpass getting some help there from Petric. Now McKinley. Brought down by McStay. Delightful play there by Billy McKinley. Had such confidence in possession to sidestep McStay at the last moment and induce that rash tackle. Petric sending that across towards Brewster. Mowbray remaining in the central area to defend. Misunderstanding there. Welsh picks it up. Ristich back to Welsh. Mowbray stood his ground extremely well against Brian Welsh, coming flying in there. Big defender's a long way to get back. Now that's great play there by Billy McKinley. Clearance though, giving the chance here for Celtic. Pat McGinley couldn't take full advantage, but Billy McKinley deserves all the credit for that backtracking run at Peter Grant. He knew that Brian Welsh was caught upfield out of position. Well, Celtic picking up the pace now. There's Andy Walker's cross. And headed back there by McInally. There was a push in the back, says Pat McGinley to the linesman. But he's complaining in vain. Celtic, I'm sure, hoping there for a penalty kick for a push. Well, that's given the Celtic support some encouragement. There haven't been too many occasions when they've come to life like this. With John Collins now with the corner. Retrieved here by Donnelly. That's McStay. Alan Main racing out to collect the loose ball. So we're inside the closing 5 minutes of the first half. Still no goals and not too many goal attempts at that. Some high levels of skill and evidence though, especially in the middle of the field like this. Here's John Collins. Well tackled though by Petric. McStay starts again for Celtic. Now Grant. McStay finds Boyd on the left. Bad tackle by Cleland. The referee reaches for his pocket instantly. The yellow card, and again there can be no complaint from Alec Cleland. Can't think what he's complaining about. Siding the legs there from Boyd. None the worse though, the Scotland fullback. Collins over the free kick. Petric's header, not quite the direction he intended, so United forced to defend here. Celtic improving towards half-time. Collins, back to Boyd. Here's Donnelly. Great dummy from McGinley. There's Galloway. And a fine save by Alan Main. The best move of the match so far. And the shot in the end coming from Peter Grant. There he was, coming in behind that dummy from Pat McGinley. Hit that very hard indeed, but Main made an excellent save. Collins with the corner. Swept away by Cleland for another corner kick. Well, Celtic now forcing their way right back into this match. It took them such a long time to get going in the game, but they're right in it now. And United may live to regret not cashing in on their spell of dominance early on. Here's John Collins. Aubrey attacking the ball. Alan Main impeded clearly there by Walker. Free kick to United. You'll see this again. Walker had a quick look at the goalkeeper there, got in his way. No real attempt to jump for the ball. So we've had fully 2 minutes of injury time, or stoppage time. Ivan Golat's offering instructions to his front players. The referee checking his watch. And I think he may allow even more time. No, he's bringing the first half to an end now. It's a first half dominated early on by Dundee United, and the best chance undoubtedly falling to Alec Cleland, who cashed in on a John Collins mistake to go straight through on Gordon Marshall. They really should have scored. After that, though, Celtic came right back into the match and finished strongly, so it sets up a fascinating second half. It's Celtic 0, Dundee United 0. Well, after a first half which evened up the longer it went, Celtic coming back into the play. They're off for the second half, and conscious no doubt of the possibility of extra time and penalty kicks to settle this tie. United will be looking for a brisk start to this half. Lost their way just a little towards half-time. Foul by Grant on Nixon. So United having committed one substitute. Craig Brewster for Paddy Connolly in just 16 minutes. And they still have in reserve Chris Myers, an outfield player. McKinley plating that in straight through to Gordon Marshall. Celtic have Charlie Nicholas and Brian O'Neill on the bench. Things still not going Andy Walker's way. Celtic will make a change. Well, I think it's an injury to Paul McStay. Remember, in that very tough tackle from Billy McKinley, it's clear that Celtic must have worked hard at half-time to get him patched up for the second half, but after the first little contribution, it's been established that he's not fit to remain in the field. So Brian O'Neill comes on. This is Walker. Forward goes Collins. Played an earlier chance on here. O'Neill setting up Donnelly. And good goalkeeping by Main, but Celtic had a man over there. Ivan Golat's very unhappy about that down below us here. But the ball played in by Collins. You can see two Celtic players against one United player. Malpass on his own. The pass from O'Neill. The shot from Donnelly. And well held by Main. McKinley. Cut off easily by Collins. Off goes Donnelly. He's with Malpass. The free kick is given against Malpass, who's going to be in trouble for that. Well, the yellow card from Malpass. He appears to look on here with some degree of disbelief. And there's going to be further paperwork, I think. The referee, and now he's holding up play, I think, just to complete the documentation here. Or is it Ristic as well? No, I think it's just completing the noting of Malpass's name. It's Andy Walker. Back to Collins. Donnelly's return pass, good running by Collins. A delightful ball across. And very good defending inside the area by David Hanna. Well, Celtic now beginning to come to grips with things in the attacking sense. Nixon. This is Brewster. careless one. Galloway picks it up. Here's Donnelly. Good running by Galloway, a fine pass. And the cross much too high for Andy Walker. But again, a little bit of extra pace in the Celtic build-up is making a difference. And Simon Donnelly showing excellent awareness there, realised that Galloway was making that run. Walker waited for the cross. Ristic, very strong there in possession. Shooting chance on here. Good positioning by Marshall. Advanced the 6-yard line to make this look easy. Ristic given a lot of space though at the edge of the area. McInally helped on by Hannah. This is Galloway. Foul pass. McKinley eased out of that well by Grant, but Welsh covers for United. Here's Brian O'Neill. Not a bad effort. Too straight. But an awkward one for Alan Main, which he took very well indeed. A degree of security which will go down well among his defenders. Nixon. A long way back from Grant. Well, it's untidy head tennis at the moment. Both sides normally like to have the ball on the ground. Finding that very difficult though tonight. Such a competitive match, so evenly contested. Andy Walker. Well, passes clearance gives Galloway time to set himself for a cross. Helped on very well by O'Neill. The cover provided by Petric in the end. Well, United coping well defensively, but they're having to do much more work in their own half now. Celtic growing in strength, it would appear. Here's Brian O'Neill again. Well, an eye for goal, all right, Brian O'Neill. That was hit well enough, but a foot too high. Certainly has made an impact in the proceedings since coming on for Paul McStay. We're at a stage in the match, of course, when a goal would be very hard to pull back for either side. Just about 11 minutes plus injury time left. Galloway's header. That's McKinley. In goes Mowbray. Now Pat McGinley. Good running by Galloway. Always willing to make those runs on the right. Showing much too much of that to Jim McInally. O'Neill takes over again in midfield for Celtic. Now McGinley will try. Collins. McGinley, Collins. O'Neill's header. An error there by Cleland. The ball seemed to spin away from him. Tom Boyd racing forward on the left. The better of Petric. Some hopeful appeals there for handball against David Hannah as the ball was driven against him. Here's Brewster. McNally playing it safe, turning it away for the throw. An error-free match tonight for McNally. Now back with Malpass. Cleland in a battle there with Collins. McNally's header. O'Neill did well, despite the hefty attentions of Hannah. Played across by McGinley. Here's Andy Walker, running at Welsh. Hasn't had many chances to do that in the match. Now O'Neill. Grant. O'Neill again. Closed down rapidly by McKinley. Celtic enjoying a lot of possession at this stage in the game. They press for a winner. Here's Walker. No foul given as Malpass makes a good tackle there to win the ball back. Well, Malpass has been a tower of strength again defensively for United. Peter Grant assessing the options. Walker playing it wide. Collins. Here's Brian O'Neill again. Well, he's had more shots at goal in the second half than any other Celtic player, without being able seriously to trouble goalkeeper Alan Main. Always willing to have a go. Ivan Golac wants his team to come out, the defending too deeply for his liking. That's good reading of the game again by Malpass, stepping off Donnelly, anticipating a head flick on. Brewster did well despite the attentions of McNally. Brewster again. Nixon is onside. The covering player is Mowbray. Had things well under control for Celtic at the back. Applauded warmly by the Celtic supporters. Hannah's head up. That's McNally. Donnelly with Malpass. That's good play again by Cleland. The ball was kneed back with a haul for a pass back, but very carefully kneed back by Cleland. That's why Main could collect that. Well, look at that. Well played by Cleland. The referee was alert to that as well. Waddle. Well, all the booing around and whistling around the stadium, inappropriate in the circumstances. Ellen knew what he was about. Welsh's header. Played along by Mowbray. Across comes Malpass. Well, looks away in disgust as he slices that out for the throw. Now Peter Grant, 5 minutes remaining. Boyd available on the left. Ristich is tracked back with him. Here's Grant again, followed by McKinley. Well, always a little bit tense, that collision. Two uncompromising characters, Grant and McKinley. A little bit fiery, both of them too. Corner kick to Celtic. Good work there by Simon Donnelly. Celtic still picking away at this United defence. Tony Mowbray at the edge of the area, waiting to make a run for this. Welsh was with him. The great effort on the crossbar. Brilliant play inside the area. And led off without question there for Celtic. For United, rather. It was Pat McGinley who's in possession now at the crossbar. Nimble play. Supported here by Collins. He's done it! It's a wonderful goal by John Collins. 4 minutes from the end. The pressure has been mounting on the United defence. And this is real quality once again from John Collins. Now this is with his weaker foot, the right, leaving May without a chance. This is magnificent play. Pat McGinley did so well initially, hitting the crossbar, sidestepping there, setting up John Collins. Look at the way he turned in here. That's beautifully finished. Chris Myers is on. Jim McInally is off. And for Celtic, it's Simon Donnelly who's withdrawn. Charlie Nicholas going on. See out the closing seconds of the game. All the way through to Galloway. Well, lusty clearance that. Wasting a lot of time too. Well, we've now had the 90 minutes of the game. We're into stoppage time now. There's been a fair amount of that in this second half. Noted we've got a long spell of treatment for Alec Cleland when he was injured. It will be interesting to see how long Andrew Waddle adds on here as United come forward again. Cleland playing it forward for Ristic. Coming inside Boyd, then trying to go outside without success. Here's Walker. Boyd supporting. Well, it's turned away for a Celtic throw by Ristic. He'll be disappointed by his failure to go past Boyd, although that is by no means an easy task. Well, looks as though Celtic have made progress. It's been very tough going. Walker taking the ball for a run. Quite content to go to the corner flag here. Misunderstanding with Collins allowing the throw to United. United forced now to send the ball long forward. That's another throw. Well, time the enemy for United. A match which began so brightly for them now seems to have slipped away. Cleland playing it inside. Here's Ristic. Clear foul by McKinley. Well, wrestling his man out of the way in order to keep possession. It was John Collins who was the player involved for Celtic. So a free kick to Celtic, and no urgency about this. And very happy Celtic supporters. They realise this has been a very tough grind, but it looks as though victory has been achieved. Petric with the clearance. Here's Boyd, playing that towards the corner. Petric will have to try to play it long. Myers helps it forward, the final whistle goes! Celtic are in the semi-final of the Coca-Cola Cup. It's been a tough, demanding match, but it was transformed by that piece of inspiration from John Collins 4 minutes from the end, when he came in from the flank, taking it past from Pat McGinley, and swerved in that magnificent right foot shot to the top corner. It was a goal worthy of winning any match, and it's won the game tonight for Celtic. United started brightly, then lost their way, and Celtic, in the end, the hungrier side, and deserving the narrowest of victories. It's Celtic 1, Dundee United 0.
Tommy, a win in the end. Were you concerned the goal would never come?
Well, I think you're always concerned, Joe, that maybe United would have broke away in the second half and then maybe snatched something or whatever because of the quality they've got on their side. But I think, to be fair to our players, the second half we very much dominated the game. We've hit the bar, the couple of strikes at goal, and I think at the end of the day we thoroughly deserve our victory.
The fourth goal of the season, John, and all spectacular it would appear.
Yeah, they've all been nice goals, but I'll take them tap-ins or top corner. It doesn't matter to me as long as the result's right for the team.
It did appear, though, to be a very difficult tie for you, especially in the first half.
Yeah, very difficult. Dundee United probably had a little bit better the first half. They took the game to us, we were stuck back. But second half I thought we took command, and I thought when we scored we really deserved it.
It was a slow start for you, though, Tom. Were you concerned about how long it took your players to get going?
Well, I think that's something they've taken on a wee bit for last year. I mean, I think the supporters are still maybe a wee bit unsure. The team, the players haven't really played with the backing of the crowd really behind them. But I think to be fair to the both sets tonight, I think the supporters were absolutely out of this world to get right behind the team, and probably got us out the hole. We were in first half. We were very nervous and tentative and things like that. And we told them at half time that it'll not get any better. You know, if you feel sorry for yourself or whatever, you can't feel sorry for yourself. You get 30,000 Celtic supporters at your back.